Okay, so in the previous class, we learned about effective organizing, right? Even though we are learning about staffing in this module, we know organizing is a basic step, right? So effective organizing means developing an intentional structure of roles for effective performance. So we need to place the right person at the right position, right? That is basically staffing. So we are creating a structure. Okay, we are intentionally creating a structure for effective performance. That means at each and every junction or each and every position, we know what role has to be performed by that particular person. That is organizing. That is effective organizing. So we are having we require a network of decision and communication centers, right? Like the example we made yesterday, right? What happens? It is like we have your yourself is there, then your project group is there, you have your guide, you have your project coordinator, you have your staff coordinator or the subject coordinator, staff coordinator, then you have your HOD and your principal, right? So this is the structure. So we are effectively or we are intentionally forming such a structure so that we can effectively perform a function, and that is you completing your project, right? So establishing the objective and orderly planning are necessary for good organization. Being a civil engineer, you know, right? If you want to test the strength of a concrete, you need to take the strength at 28 days. So you need to plan ahead, okay, so that the 28th day doesn't fall on a holiday. Like you should be able to foresee what will happen, right? So effective planning and organizing is essential, right? Then, as we say, there's no one best way. The best way will depend upon the situation, like what we're doing now. During this pandemic, the best way of learning is through online platforms, right? But if it was not the case, the best way would have been offline platforms, right? And coming to class, sitting together and learning. So by organizing, we can know what is our requirement, where do we lack, right? Who who we need, like the persons who see the what happens is sometimes what happens is you will be choosing a particular project, okay, may not be for your BTech, maybe for your MTech or your PhD. You'll be choosing a subject topic, but the expertise, okay, the person who can help you might not be in your college, so you will be have to take a external guide. You will have to take someone from the outside the institution. You need to take the help, okay. So by effective planning, organizing only, so you know this is a problem which will come in the future. So do I have a person with expertise in my circle, okay, in my college? Do I have? No problem. Contact kind of I go and make an arrangement. It's not like tomorrow you have to do something. Today evening you'll go and see, ma'am, I have to do tomorrow this thing. Can you help me? Right? She will say two words, get out. Right? He or she will say only two words, get out. So you need to well ahead, plan ahead. Right? So I need this kind of a support. I need this kind of an activity. So effective planning will or effective organization helps us in determining future personal needs. Okay. So in our company, when I'm gonna expand. Okay. We are having a restaurant, so I'm going to uh, add a new cuisine. Okay. We serve uh, Indian Indian or Chinese foods. Now we are gonna add Arabian foods. So when I'm gonna add Arabian food to my menu, right? What I'll need? I need a cook, right? Only by effective organizing only I know. See, I don't have a cook who is uh, specialized in Arabic food, so I need a person. Or one thing, or can be done, something else can be done, that I have a cook, right? So I can train him also. So this will help in the effective organizing. So planning ahead, we are putting everyone in a particular role, right? That is effective planning. Then came organization culture. Okay, so how does a culture affect the organization, right? So our culture means it is the way we behave, right? So we said in your home you will be behaving in a certain way, right? You will be very, right? But when you're going to someone else's home, maybe to your grandparents' home, you might behave differently, right? maybe to your friends home, you will behave differently. And that too, when you're going for the first time, you'll be behaving in a certain way, and when you're going for the 100th time, you'll be behaving in a certain way, right? So that will depend. Okay? So that's the culture, how we behave. So culture means, or organization culture means, it is the general pattern of behavior. Okay, it's a general pattern of behavior, shared beliefs and values. Okay, behavior, beliefs and values. So whenever a question comes up on organization structure, you need to write about the behavior. It's a pattern of behavior, beliefs and values. What are the essential features of culture? It is beliefs, values and behavior. Okay, it's a pattern of behavior, beliefs and values. Okay, that all members have in common. Right? So often stable and does not change fast. That means that's what I said. It's like DNA, right? Doesn't it is inbuilt, right? Now for that to change, we have to take some effort. We have to put in a lot of effort for that, so that the culture may change. Okay? Each organization has its own unique and its own culture that makes it unique and provides an identity and exclusiveness to the organization. So every organization will have its own culture, right? Yours. In our college we have a culture. So your friends may be studying in other colleges, so they will tell you what they do, right? Their college, what is the system over there, okay? What is their, like, every will have their own culture. Even in the college itself, the mechanical will have a culture, the civil will have a culture, the CS will have a culture, like everyone will be working different. Even in a teacher, okay, subject wise if you look, even a subject wise also they will be different. Okay, you will be behaving differently with different teachers, right? That shows the culture. The culture affects planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling, which influences the effectiveness of the organization, right? So basically, culture means, it's that it is the shared pattern of shared beliefs, behavior, and action, right? So it will affect everything, right? It will affect everything from planning to organizing to staffing to leading and controlling. Basically, it affects everything. So what you have to understand is, it will depend upon. See, you will be used to working a certain way, but when you go to a new company, there will be differences for sure, right? They will have a difference. You have to get used to that. Okay. Sometimes you may get used to that. Sometimes you may not. Right. What will happen is, in a company, sometimes what will happen, you may be a good worker. Okay? You may be working from an excellent worker. On time, you will do all your jobs. Everything will be done like that. So now you are shifted to a new company. Okay, you are shifted to there. Sometimes what will happen is, everyone will be doing their absolute minimum. Okay, what is required of them? Absolute minimum only they will do. That will affect you. Okay, that will affect your behavior. Okay, that will affect your beliefs, and you will be slowly. You will also adapt to that, and you will also do absolute minimum. Right? You'll have a feeling. Why should I do the extra work? Okay, what is the need? Right? That way you may change. Okay, the opposite will also happen. You may be a worker who does absolute minimum. Now you'll be moved to a new company, and where there everyone is working their best. Okay, they are not only putting their 100, they are putting their 150% effort. Okay, slowly you will also get adapted to that condition. You will also work more. And what you have to understand about the culture is, it's not only defined or uh, defined by the top level. Okay, your top managers, not only they don't only determine the culture. Okay, of course they are the principal. Okay, they are the major contributors, but your subordinates will also affect you. Okay, so as we said, like, so there will be certain managers who will leave only after all the employees are left. Okay, at least all the ladies staff have left. You'll wait there so that you can make sure that all of the ladies have left the premise of safety. So that is his culture. So when you are working under such a manager, what will happen is, you will observe it, automatically you will mimic it. So when you reach a manager position, you'll start mimicking that, because my sir used to do that. So that was good practice, right? So I will also follow that. So that shows your culture, right? Again, what will happen is, there's other chance also. The manager will, before the time is over, manager will run out. Okay, so if you are seeing such a kind of, you are working under such a kind of manager, you may also develop that kind of a feeling. Okay? So it depends upon your environment, right? Your culture depends upon environment. So basically, there are two types of culture. One is strong organization culture, and the other one is weak organization culture. So strong organization culture refers to a situation where the employees are well adjusted, they respect the rules and guidelines, policies, rules, procedures, everything are they know, and they respect it. Okay, and they accept their roles, accept their responsibilities willingly, okay, and enjoy working there. Okay, so refers to a situation where employees adjust well, respect the organization policies and guidelines, they accept their roles and responsibilities willingly, and enjoy working there. That is the organization, strong organization culture. Okay? So people happily work there. And a weak organization culture, in this situation, people uh, accept their responsibility out of fear only, and they do things because of compulsion. Not that they love doing it; they are forced to do that. Okay, out of fear, out of compulsion only, they will do some things. Okay? For them, organization is only a source of income, and never get attached to it. Okay? That's a big problem also. Okay, because we know in this condition, in this present economy, we know our any company will have ups and downs, right? A company would have been going very smoothly, but suddenly due to the lockdown, company will have to be closed down. Okay? Especially see, take our colleges for example. The when a college is there, surroundings there will be a lot of shops will be there. Okay? Ice cream parlors, stationery shops, all these things will be there. Now what happens is when the pandemic started, we were all forced to make the classes online, right? So colleges were shut down for students. So what will happen? The only customer for an ice cream parlor near a college is the students. Now they are not coming, right? They are not coming. So the shop has to be shut down, right? So maybe for like 1.5 years, the shops have been shut down the near colleges. So we have, the present economy will always change, very dynamic. So if the worker is not attached to the company, what will do? He will quickly he'll leave. He will not do anything for the betterment of the company. Okay? So a weak organization culture is a very dangerous culture. You should not, whenever you become a manager, you should not develop a situation where the culture is weak, right? Then we have something called organizational charts. Okay, so organizational charts indicate how departments are tied together along the principal line of authority. It shows us maps the lines of decision making authority. It shows the authority relationship. It indicates how departments are tied together. Okay? So this is an example of an organization chart. Right? So here we know we have the president or the owner is there. Then we have the account manager, marketing manager, operations manager, and HR manager. Okay. Operational managers have the supervisors. Under him there are two supervisors. They have similarly marketing. There's an advertising department is there. Sales supervisor is there. Then staff are there. So this is how the organization structure is. Okay. Like we said for example of in a college, right? You have S6 civil. Okay. S6 civil has a staff coordinator, right? Then you have your HOD. Then you have your principal. You have your CEO, right? Similarly for S6 MEC, there is a staff coordinator. There is a HOD is there. MEC there is HOD. Okay. Principal is common, right? So HODs are different, but principal is common. CEO is common. So the director is common, right? So we have that kind of a structure, and that shows what is the authority line. Okay. So if any decision has to be made, if it is at a staff level decision, staff advisor will make the decision. If it is affecting more than that, HOD will, principal will make a decision, or the director will make a decision. Right? So that has to be considered. One second. Sorry for that. Okay. So it has to decision will be making that. So that shows the authority of line, right? How lines there, how it is arranged in the system. So an example for the company is like this. So we have a president or owner. There's accounting, marketing, operations, HR. Each will have their own departments, and similarly, right? So it indicates Okay, sorry for that. So it indicates how departments are tied together along the principal lines of authority. So we have different departmental, we will make CS. We have different departments. Right? So how is it related? How each department is connected? Okay? It maps lines of decision making authority. So staff level decisions will be made by staff advisor. The next level of decisions will be made by HOD. Higher than that, decisions will be made by principal. Right? But problem is this shows only the uh, formal relationships. Okay, only formal authority relationships are known. But what happens is in any department we have informal relationships, right? We'll have maybe based of friendship. Okay? The staff will have friendship, so they'll have maybe we'll be sharing information. Okay, we'll be sharing information. We'll be sharing some ideas also. Okay, there will be an informal relationship will be also there. Okay, not only formal relationships, informal relationships also will be there. So sometimes what will happen is the staff advisor of civil and MEC will be friends because they will share their ideas. Okay, staff advisor of civil and CS will have only formal relationships, maybe like that, right? So there will be informal relationship also. So what happens is in this organized structure only formal relationships are shown. Okay, and nothing said about the informal relationship or the information relationship. If even if suppose a civil HOD has to make a decision, he might consult with the HOD or vice versa. Okay, or CS HOD. They will call up and discuss. So there is an information relationship also, and that too is not shown here. So it shows formal authority relationship and omits many significant informal and information relationships. Okay, so we need to consider that also. So organization charts are not basically, you can say it is not complete, right? So the next topic is global and entrepreneurial organization. Okay, so global organizing. Okay, global organizing or and entrepreneurial organizing. So when the result of organizing is organization, we know we said in the first module, result of organizing is organization. So global organizing will lead to a global organization. Okay? So it means organization with a international membership, scope or presence. Okay, so there are certain companies which are multinational, right? International level they are working. Okay, so those kind of organizations, how it is done. It involves a forming an alliance with different countries. Uh, we can say take UN for example. Okay, UN body UN. So it's an international or global organization. So it has members from all the countries. We have the members in UN, so all of them have common platform to discuss, take a decision. So you can consider UN as an example. Okay. So similarly, that's the one thing. Okay. Similarly, we have some businesses, right? Like the PepsiCo. Okay. Pepsi, it has or Coca-Cola. It has branches in almost all countries. Wherever you go, you can find Pepsi or Coke. Right? So there's a the company should have an alliance, right? So they should get permission to sell the product in the country, right? Based on what is the political condition, everything will be taken into consideration, and they will get the permission. Okay, so they need to form an alliance with different countries. Okay, so now in in not so fast we have issue, right? The Chinese apps got banned in India because of national security issues. Those apps got banned, right? So it will depend on the country's political stature also, right? So what is a goal whenever you are organizing the so what is the goal of an international or global organizing? Basically, we need to form an organization, right? An organization which reaches all parts of the globe, the global organization which has the presence in almost all countries. That is our aim. See, whenever we are starting a company, our aim it will be to be grow into a global company, right? Say for example, Tesla started in US. Now we are having offices in Bangalore, right? So that's the organization main aim. So goals will be first is profitability. Obviously, a business. What is the goal of a business? It is basically it can be the it is profitability. Then customer service, right? Customer service and customer retention. See, we being a global company, maybe I will have a customer in Kenya, so I should be able to cater the needs of the my customer in Kenya only. Also, so I should organize my company. Okay, I should have an effective organization in my company so that I can cater to the needs of the person in Kenya, right? Or maybe in Antarctica. Okay? There may be scientists working in Antarctica. They might be our customer. So we should be able to cater to the needs of the uh, workers there. Okay, or the sorry, customers there, not workers, customers there. So customer service and customer retention. See, or with any company, customer retention. Just to retain the customers they have. Okay? So what will happen sometimes, before example yourself, you will be using a mobile phone, right? You are having a mobile phone. So once you start using mobile phone and you find it very good, the company is good. In the what will you do next time when you are upgrading your phone? Okay, you'll go for the same company. Okay, or else what you oh that phone was utter waste, useless phone. So next you will draw whenever you are getting a chance to upgrade or move on, you will never choose that company. Okay? Electronic items are usually the same back. Okay? So there are many persons who are brand loyal. Okay, so mobile phone, I'll be using a Motorola mobile phone. So I have good brand loyalty. So I know they are doing good service. Their phones are good. So I'll be again next time also when I take, I'll take a Motorola phone. Okay, maybe someone knows the brand like iPhone, they will go for iPhone next iPhone. Okay, maybe for Samsung, or maybe like electronics will have your speakers, Bluetooth speakers or earphones or headphones. All the things. Sometimes you'll be preferring a company like Boat or Noise. So whenever you're getting a chance to upgrade, you again go for this. That's a particular company. That is customer retention, and that will depend upon how well the company has treated you. What is the quality of the product, and what is how did they meet your grievances if and when you had an issue? How did the company behave to it, respond to it? That will depend. What is the service was there? How well they treated you. So customer retention. So that's one of the growth. Then growth, obviously. Okay, so we are a global company. So if we are having a presence in 10 countries, our goal will be next 5 years we need to get a presence in 10 more companies. Right? So, what are, when you go to a supermarket, you see items that coming from something which you have never heard, right? Your parents might have never heard of that thing, but now you are familiar with that company, you are familiar with that product. So the company is growing, they are reaching more and more, right? Then efficiency. So efficiency gets us to everything: the product efficiency, uh, management, the production, the sales. All efficiency should be high. We should have higher efficiency. Then higher employee and management performance, right? Performance. So see, not only employees are meant to perform, the management also has to perform. They have to make the right decisions at the right time. Okay? They are also has to be considered. The global organization or global organizing means global organizing will result in a global organization, and global organization means they have a reach, they have a presence in or links in many different countries. Okay, what are the aims? We have profitability, service, customer retention, growth, efficiency, high employee and performance management. Right. So next is entrepreneurial. Okay, again, entrepreneurial organizing will lead to an entrepreneurial organization. Okay, that promote. So what are these organizations? They promote the emergence and development of ideas from all the members of the firm. Okay, it's not only that we have a think tank, we have a top level managers who think who will develop ideas. No, it's not like that. If we are having an entrepreneurial organization, we'll be organizing the company in such a way that all the employees, okay, all the employees have a possibility of giving out the ideas. Okay, they can those that promote the emergence and development of ideas from all the members of the firm, right? So all members of the firm ideas makes it possible for juniors and senior managers to attract the decision makers. Okay? So we usually see in movies and all. Like what will happen is the junior might be having a good idea, but because he is a junior, his ideas might be not taken into consideration. Okay? He might not be even given a chance to present his ideas. Okay? So whenever you are organizing in the entrepreneurial organizing, and you are entrepreneurial organizing lead to an entrepreneurial organization, and in that kind of a situation, what will happen is uh, all persons can have equal chance of attracting the uh, attention of the decision makers. Okay, so the decision makers will will know who will if decision makers are in that kind of position that they will accept. They will see that all the persons are in equal chance of presenting their ideas. Right, that is an organizing, right? Entrepreneur organizing. Right. The next topic is manager inventory chart. Okay, manager inventory chart. So you can know, so from the term itself, it's a chart. So it's a diagram. So inventory, it is the number of numbers. Okay? We'll take whenever we say we take an inventory of things, we'll take what is the number. Okay. So whenever we are going for shopping, right? You'll make a list. So I need to shop for mom, dad, my brother. Okay. So and my sister, 4 people I had to shop. I'll have to take shirts this much numbers, kurta this much numbers, like that. You will make a list, right? Then only I'll have to make a minimum of this. You make a list that's basically your inventory. So what are now needed? So here, what is it? What is the objective of inventory? It is the managers. Okay? So manager inventory chart. Basically, it's an organization chart, like we said earlier. It's an organization chart of an unit with manager positions indicated and marked as the chance of promotion of each personnel. Okay. So in manager inventory chart, basically it's an organization chart in which the manager positions are indicated. Okay, the position and the person who acquired the position, that is shown clearly. Okay? And the chance mark, it's marked like what are the chances of them getting a promotion. Okay. So this is an example of a manager inventory chart. Okay, so we have a unit, we have a department controller. So controlling, like that, we have a department. Okay, so we have a general manager. What are the posts? We have manager, general manager, accounting, manager, cost, okay, general accounting, cost accounting, budget analysis, contract pricing. Okay, these are the managers. Then these are the positions. Okay, so these positions occupied by certain person. Okay, then we have other managers working under him. So he is general manager, right? So Mr. Park, GE Park is general manager, right? So under him, 1, 2 managers are there. Okay, in accounting, we have the general manager is Mr. Park, and we have 5 other managers working under him. Similarly, in cost accounting, we have and we have the other all now number of years they have been in this position. Mr. 6 years, Bruce 1 Lamb 4 years. They are working in that position, right? Using they are how much is the promotable? How can they be promoted? So see the 3 dots, filled dots. The black dots shows is promotable now. So GE Park can be is promotable. So Smith is also promotable. 2 dots shows they are promotable in 1 year. So Mr. Osley is promotable in 1 year. Right? Then 1 star shows potential for promotion. So Sato, Mr. Sato has a potential for promotion. Then not only promotion, but we also, I don't know what is the working, like 3 dots without filled. Right? These kind of 3 dots which is not filled, they are satisfactorily they are performing, but they are not promotable. Okay, that is the condition. Okay, and if we having a single dot, that means they can be dismissed. They are not working properly, so they can be dismissed. So in this case, we know Mr. Lee. In the budget analysis, Mr. Lee, even though he's having 8 years of experience, he can be dismissed because his performance is not up to the mark, right? So this is how a manager inventory chart works, right? So manager inventory chart is an organization chart of an unit. Unit means department, okay? With the managerial positions indicated and marked as to the chance of promotion of each personnel. Okay, include like age, year of employment, present position, duration of current posting, performance rating. We saw like black dots and white dots, strengths and weaknesses, positions to which the employee can be moved. Okay, these are all shown in the chart. Okay, so what happens if you have created a management one chart in your company, so you can easily identify those managers who can be easily promoted, right? Who needs training or who needs to be removed, okay, terminated. So this thing is very important thing that has to be made by top level management. What are the advantages? The chart gives an overview of the staffing situation. Okay, so we know how many managers are there in each, how many managers are there in each department. So like we saw, right, in each department how many managers are there. So in general accounting we have 5 managers under GM. In costing accounting we have 4 managers under. In pricing we have 2 managers under GM. So we know, we can easily see what is the requirement, what is the managers who are ready for promotion can be easily identified. Next is, because of that marking, that rating system, we can identify and mark the managers who can be easily promoted. The chart shows future internal supply of managers. So we know who are now can be promoted. So if there are possible general managers within the managers, if not, we'll have to select someone from the outside, or else we'll have to train the current best among them. We have to choose best among them and train them, right? So what is the future? Future supply should be shown. Then managers do not perform satisfy identified, and the need for training and replacement is indicated. So we can identify the managers who are not working up to the mark. Okay? The managers close to retirement can be identified, and preparation of their then replacement can be made. Okay, so again we have the age and years are shown. Okay, so we know the manager person is working for so long, so he is about to retire. We know he is about to retire in 1 or 2 years. Then we know we have to put in a successor, so we can easily work for that. Okay, we can develop the new managers for replacing him. Okay, or for taking the position once he retires. Now, what are the disadvantages? Does not show the position of position a manager may be promoted. See, only his potential is shown. Okay, he can be promoted. He cannot be promoted. It's shown. He can be promoted in 2 years. He can be promoted in 1 year. See, that will depend upon any different charts will be on different companies. Okay, so does not show the position of manager may be promoted. So to which position? So can be, there will be junior manager, there will be senior managers, and there will be general managers, right? So can he be promoted to which layers? Okay, there will be the senior managers will be many will be there. Like, so we cannot know to which position manager may be promoted. The data available on chart are not sufficient to make fair assessment. So only a few of the data are shown, but what is his proper input? So we have to consider that also. Okay, we have to go just by looking the chart. We should not decide. Okay, the chart gives you an indication to whom to see. Okay, who is the best you can know, who is the worst you can know. Okay, but you need to take take up a review and then see what is the level. So it takes time and effort to keep the chart up to date. Okay, so this chart has to be modified, right? Based on the works, it has to be modified. We need, it takes time and effort. Then top level managers may not share the charts to others, right? So see, if I can see, I see the charts, and then I can prepare myself. Okay, so okay, my working is not up to the mark according to the management, so I can work more. So what happens is the managers, the one who prepares this charts may not share. Okay? That defeats the purpose. They will for only internal purposes only. They will put it for internal review only. Okay. So for management venture, so it's basically an organization chart, right, of an unit with managerial positions indicated and marked as a chance of promotion of each personnel. Okay? The manager is a chart, organization chart of a department, okay, of an unit, and in that all the manager positions are indicated and marked. It shows that what is the chance of promotion. Okay, what how should he be promoted? Should not he be promoted? He should be promoted in 1 year, 2 year, like that. Everything is shown. So details like age, year of employment, present position, duration of current posting, performance rating, strengths and weaknesses, position to which employee can be moved, all are shown. Okay, the chart gives an overview of the staffing situation. Managers who are ready for promotion, advantage the the staffing situation, so how many managers are there. Okay, so managers who can be promoted are identified. Okay, only identification is there. Then internal supply of managers are shown, because we know all other managers or how many numbers of managers are there. So the manager for a future general managers, are are there a whether are there future general managers in the company itself, or else we would have to hire from someone outside, right? Managers do not perform satisfactorily are identified, and the need of training or replacement is indicated, right? The managers close to retirement can be identified, and preparation for their replacement can be made, right? What are disadvantages? Does not show the position of a manager to which he may be promoted. Then data available on the chart are not sufficient to make fair assessment. You should not make assessment with the chart only. Okay. It takes time and effort to keep the chart up to date. Top level managers may not share the charts to others. Okay. So we stop here. So please let me know if you have any doubts. Or else